So that concerns me, that we can lose our loss of autonomy or our individuality, our what's the word? Our security, if you like.
My name is Garratt. I am 16 years old and I go to Newlands College.
Hi, I'm Dave Garratt, 52 years old, born in 1969.
My name is Ian Frank Garratt and I was born in 1941. So you can tell I'm nearly 80 in September.
How old were you when you got your first phone?
I would say I'm around the age of 10, but then in the past I used my mum's and dad's phones for playing games and stuff like that.
I was 23 years old. I started work as a real estate agent and needed to be on call, and I needed to have a device that I could use to communicate on the go.
I would have been somewhere between 65 and probably 68 when I got my first phone. Thanks to my younger son, who used to pass one on to me when he'd finished with it.
When I text people, it's definitely a direct message to them, but normally I'm not going to have like a full in-depth conversation with them online compared to in person, because I don't get the full effect of it. Some words they might not understand of what I'm meaning or something like that, or the tone of it, yeah.
At that time there was no texting, it was simply for calls, and they weren't smartphones, they were pretty simple devices. They were basically just a replica of a landline, but on the go. Prior to that I didn't have need of a cell phone because the places that I worked always had a landline somewhere close.
Usually just in the old telephone, so that was used a lot. And strangely to you, we did a lot of letter writing. So I would write letters to friends and cousins and so on.
Do you think starting up a conversation with strangers online is easier than offline?
No, because when you're talking to a stranger online, you don't know exactly who they are. They could be a whole different person than what they're doing, which they would be like a catfish, which is kind of dodgy. And talking to a stranger in person is different. Like, you can see who they are for who they are and stuff like that. And normally I wouldn't really talk to people who are older than in my age range, really.
Yeah, I think it's easier online. There's a little bit of anonymity, and you can start a conversation via text. It's not like straight into video or anything like that. I quite like it, going into situations where I don't know anyone, but definitely easier online, yeah.
I think because of my personality, I prefer to see a person face to face. I like to look into their eyes, I like to listen to their voice, their body language, to see how well we're communicating together. So that's my preferred medium.
Is there any final comment you want to make about the technology you use?
I think with the smartphone it's much easier to play a game or go online to something, whereas on a flip phone you're kind of just like texting people straight.
It's a great technology, but it's highly addictive, and I do think we all have to be mindful of that and be aware of people that are isolated because of the use of technology, and maybe just reach out a little bit more. It's important to kind of find some balance, and I think all of us probably are so addicted to their phones that there should be times where you put those phones down and talk face to face without the distraction.
As you know, today with modern technology, you and I can be having a conversation, and the next thing on your phone you can get an advert for the thing we've been talking about. So that concerns me, that we can lose our loss of autonomy or our individuality, our what's the word? Our security, if you like. And wrong governments could use that to our detriment, and that concerns me.